Hello. In this video, we'll be covering what program should I use to write a book. Choosing the right program can save you lots of time, effort, and frustration. I wanted to help you avoid those issues. By the end of this video, you will learn the importance of choosing the right program, some of the most popular options, and how using the right program can actually help keep you motivated in the writing process. And stay tuned till the end of the video for a free opportunity. Let's dive in. To start off, I want to make something very clear. Whatever program you end up using to write a book, it should be the one that feels most natural to you. There are so many different ways to go about doing it. I'll be sharing a lot of those within this video. First things first is that you don't want to get frustrated and disappointed using these newfangled programs and approaches that aren't going to help make the writing process any easier. The tried and true program to use when writing a book is Microsoft Word. It's standard, it's basic, your computer probably has it, it's easy to use. If you've used any word processor, you know exactly how it operates. I actually think they should bring back Clippy. I thought, he was pretty cool. It's really easy, it's simple. It's especially helpful when you're collaborating with other people to go back and forth with different documents. One point of caution though, you definitely want to be careful about how you're doing the edits and sending it back to the other person when you're done working on it, because it's easy to get document confusion back and forth where you're working on this version and they're working on that version and then everything gets confused. So it's important to keep that in mind, but Microsoft Word's easiest, and especially when you're working with a publishing company, they're going to want it in Microsoft Word at the end. So if you end up using Microsoft Word, great. It's going to streamline the process later. It's not the only option, but it's the easiest option, and it's the one that most writers are probably the most familiar with. Google Sheets is another interesting option that I've started using over the past couple years. I really enjoy it. I think it's wonderful. It's great to be able to log into any computer and have it right there. I know that there's other programs. I know Word does have an online option, but Google Drive is just easy. It's available on your phone. It's available on your desktop. It's easy, especially when you're working with multiple people who are making multiple changes at once. It helps avoid the document confusion of sending documents back and forth if you're all working on something at the same time. It's easy. I've written many books with Google Sheets, and it's just very simple and basic. It's right there. However, there's one drawback, and that drawback comes in the production process. If a publisher is accepting your manuscript, you'll eventually need to convert it to Microsoft Word, and converting from Google Sheets to Microsoft Word can create bugs within the document. Formatting issues that will slow down the process and make it clunky and difficult. There are steps you can take to streamline that formatting and take out some of those glitches, but it's a pain. It's a pain to have to work through the document and try to clean up everything and see these weird text boxes pop up. So that's one drawback. If you're collaborating with multiple people at once, or you enjoy just focusing on writing specific chapters yourself, Google Sheets is a great option. Another tool that a lot of people use in the book writing space is called Scrivener. I don't really use it, which is funny. I've written 25 plus books, but I don't use Scrivener. Scrivener is popular in the writing world, and it allows you to really maintain all of your chapters and text in the same place and keep it all flowing. I actually find drawbacks to that, and some of the people that I've worked with have had struggles with Scrivener because they get overwhelmed, because there's so much stuff there. There's so many things available, and I know that there's different interfaces you can use that show or don't show some of the other material. I find it to be easier with other document tools to focus on different chapters. With Google Sheets, for example, I might start a new sheet every time I want to start a new chapter. Same as with Microsoft Word. And with Scrivener, I feel like everything's there and you're just drawn in all different places. And it can get overwhelming to focus on so many things at once when all you really need to focus on is the matter at hand, which is what you're writing right now. Another approach that I like, that I use occasionally when I'm trying to be more mindful about my writing, but I like exploring the space of the story, is to use a typewriter. I bought a 1940s Royal typewriter on eBay, and there's something about tapping the keys, and there's something about the time it takes and the thoughtfulness it takes to use a typewriter that doesn't exist with keyboards, where a computer keyboard you can just erase and jump ahead and do this and that. And it's not as easy with the typewriter. You really have to be more mindful about what you're writing with the typewriter. So if I'm trying to be mindful about what I'm writing, I will pull out a typewriter and start using it here and there. And I think that's a really effective approach. And then there's the tried and true method of writing with a pen and a piece of paper, which I love exploring. I think it's great to be able to hold something tangible, to be able to just write and free write and not be bound by margins or anything else, just to explore and to write and carry it with you. You know, I love being able to go somewhere, you know, maybe a diner or a coffee shop or something, and just writing for 20 minutes, half an hour. You know, I might be thinking about a specific chapter or angle or story, and just being able to write it down is a great thing. You know, when I think about being able to use different avenues and different methods of writing and different programs, you know, I think about a friend of mine, Molly. I've been helping her with her book, and she's been writing it. I've been coaching her on the writing process. She was using Scrivener, and she was overwhelmed, and it was just a lot. So I said, okay, let's try something else. And she ended up printing out her manuscript. It was like this thick, and just pen and ink, just taking a pen to it and writing on the document itself, and then making changes accordingly into the computer herself manually. It's streamlined the whole process. It's made it simpler for her, easier for her. She's made tons of strides with that. And I just think it's awesome to know that there is so many options available to you, that you don't have to be beholden to one thing. You don't have to be stuck on a process. If it's frustrating for you, if it's not working, find a different way. You know, if it's using a tablet and writing on a tablet, if it's writing on a piece of paper, if it's typing on your phone, voice transcription tools, whatever the case may be, there's so many different options for you to pursue in the writing process, and you don't want to get hung up on something like a program and get frustrated, because you're just going to want to walk away and leave the project and just move on from it. You don't want that to be the reason you stop. You want to keep going forward. You want the program to make it as smooth and streamlined as possible. And it's worth exploring to find the option that's best for you. All right, now that you've learned all about the best programs for writing your book, I wanted to share a free opportunity with you. A dear collaborator of mine, Nate Woodbury, we worked together on his book. He and I have recorded a course that talks all about the book writing process from beginning to end, coming up with the idea, outlining it, structuring it, writing it, production, publishing, all of those things combined together into a course. It's called Good Book Blueprint. Just head to goodbookblueprint.com. You can click the link below, and there you can take the free course and learn all the pain points, frustrations, excitement, and the power of publishing a book. Remember, good ghostwriting makes great books. I'm Dan Good. Thanks for watching.